Hello? Yes, this is the police chief. I'm calling with a very serious question. Is your refrigerator running? It is? Why don't you go catch it? Ha ha! April Fools! Today we're going to be talking about April Fool's Day. In today's episode of All Facts Matter, we're going to be talking about April Fool's Day. When did it become a thing? What is April Fool's Day? Why are you pranking your wife and kids? Why are you putting them through such misery? And what is the history of April Fool's Day? Well, let's take a look at some of the theories. Happy New Year's? Happy April Fool's Day? Well, the first theory goes that the French in 1582 changed from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar. When that happened, that changed New Year's. In the Julian calendar, New Year's would occur between March 25th and April 1st. So they would call those people April Fools and would go so far as to put fish signs on their back, that they were gullible fish, easily swayed, and sort of laugh and mock at them because they hadn't caught up that New Year's wasn't April 1st anymore. In British folklore, there's a tale of King John who was going to go to a town of Gotham, not where Batman is. He was going to go to Gotham and Nottingham, and the rule said that once you step upon a public road, it's a king's road, once the king does it. So they did everything they could to stop him. When the guards are sent in, the townspeople are found in the town doing crazy things, like trying to drown fish, or trying to cage birds in a cage that has no roof. So this, according to legend, is another explanation for commemorating April Fool's Day. The third theory comes from the Christian Bible, and it's a myth that says that when Noah was on the ark, he took a dove and wanted it to find land before the water had started receding from the great flood. So he lets the dove off and sends it on a fool's errand. And that starts the concept of April Fool's Day. The fourth and my favorite thing I learned about while trying to find out where April Fool's Day comes from is something called Hocktide, which occurred in and about Britain in the Middle Ages. You would find someone of the opposite sex, you would tie them up, and then you would demand money from them for their release, which you could only use the money for pious purposes. But so essentially all around Britain in the Middle Ages, they were engaging in bondage with the opposite sex, and that is another theory for how April Fool's Day became a thing. The fifth and most popular theory behind April Fool's Day is that historians believe it had a lot to do with renewal festivals. Renewal festivals would always happen right around the spring equinox, which was close to April 1st. And a lot of the way you would celebrate some of these festivals would be to change the natural order of things. Slaves would tell their masters what to do, children could tell their parents what to do, they would play jokes, and then everything would return back to normal. Similar in how this plays into the spring theory is during winter, the natural order is held back, where spring represents a rebirth, a rechange, and a proof that society still holds true. So what you've learned today is, I think I played a prank on you. No one knows where April Fool's Day originates for sure. It's sort of a fool's errand to even try to find out. What I do know is those born on April 1st are super special. My mother was born on April Fool's Day, and I can tell you, she is no fool. And she certainly doesn't tolerate fools. I love you, Mom. Happy birthday. If you enjoyed this episode of All Facts Matter, please subscribe.